Alright, we're back, and gonna give this Naya ramp deck a go. So like I was mentioning before in the Free Pack Friday video, moving this channel to the name Memory Lapse or the Memory Lapse, and maybe you saw in the deck building that I'm still getting back into it, a lot of indecisiveness, but I think the reason I wanted to build this deck was because of just the value of sweepers in the format right now. So many decks, so many of the aggressive decks are vulnerable to them. Like I think are good at mitigating against like spot removal like Magma Spray, but not good at beating things like Hour of Devastation. Alright, if we rip a green source here, we'll be pretty happy. Hydro Broheim. Nice name, dude. Mono blue? Rivulets? Okay, so let's play into some counter spells here. Because our long game plan is not Jade Light Rangers. Alright. Do I want to necessarily play around a second sensor? No, I want to play this tap land. Alright, and they don't have it. So mono blue, wow, main phase card draw, so I guess they're digging for a land drop. Alright, so it's not mono blue. That makes sense. This gives us an opportunity to resolve Ronus here. And if I can play Itali next turn, the Ronus can attack. Never played with this card before. It seems cool though. Alright, I fully expect this to get countered. Yep. Well, the ramp plan is not working out here. Didn't find any of our appropriate spells. We'll just sit back and think about when to concede this one. This is just classic first game with a new deck. You're not gonna get what you want out of it. Yeah, we're just gonna draw everything that costs white. Alright, nope, let's just move on to the next one. We're fully locked out of that game. Alright, let's try again. I didn't even look at my quest. I don't know if this deck is going to help with the quest or not. We go first, and we have a gift. We have 2 turns, and we have a Magma Spray. I think we'll keep this. If we draw a land for gift, we're good. Cruise into Angel of Sanctions and Huatli. Huatli is like not that good, but I think it just gives you a good value engine. Like the ultimate, this is probably a card that you almost never ultimate. Oh, really nice. Green black, so they're on some kind of explore deck. Cool. Alright, so let them resolve the trigger, and then as always, you bolt the bird. It's just Magic 101. Now I'm wondering, does it really matter which one of these I enchant? And I think since I have so much red leaning, a very red leaning hand, I'm going to enchant the forest, so I can tap this for double red if need to. Get to 4 red on my turn. I don't know there's a situation where I'm going to be needing like all that red in one turn, but it gives me that flexibility. Double Field of Ruin into Vizier. So Struggle right now only does 3. But I can Puncturing below this. I think that's a better use of mana, right? I don't want them to get value off the Vizier. And the Struggle's an instant, I can use it later and it's only going to get better. Alright, so now we're at 5. So whatever they play this turn, if they tap out to play a creature, we can Sanctions it. If we draw land, we have Burning Sun's Avatar. What is this? Each equal to the number of differently named lands you control. That's an interesting card. I kind of want to play Huatli and plus it here. Or, oh no, I guess I'd be zeroing it, and that's a little risky. So, this is an Angel of Sanctions turn. This is an Ixalan's Binding turn. I guess it's Angel of Sanctions. Get something on the board that will protect Huatli. They don't have double black. So I'm gonna main phase 1 in case they have instant speed removal here. Huatli and plus it. Well, if I guess they can instant speed removal it now, but that'll give me information. Am I gonna plus? No, I'll just 0. I want to build a board and start getting wide against this opponent who seems to be a little screwed on colors. Make it harder for them to get back in the game. They do have instant speed removal. Or are they going to use Field of Ruin? Yeah, okay, that's fine by me. The question is, does it matter what I get? I don't think so. Like, I don't think I need to get, well, maybe I should get white. I'll get my basic planes just in case. Blue. Look at all those differently named lands. Well done, sir. Yeah, Field of Ruin's interesting, I guess, in this deck. This is a really interesting idea for a deck. I think it's a little weak to, like, Ixalan's Binding. So if they find a way to kill this Angel, I'll just Binding there. That big guy. That's good. So let's combat step first and see what happens. Dinosaur. I don't see a reason to run this into a counter spell here. Like, they've played 2 consecutive blue sources, so I can leave up Struggle. Yeah, it's an end turn. We have enough, a threatening enough board. Let's see, are they gonna Field of Ruin again? Yeah. Resolves. So here I'll get red. Vraska's Contempt. So how big is this going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So big enough for me to struggle it now while they're tapped out. Oh, wow. It paid for... Oh, it's a sorcery, so that's okay. They wanted that back so badly that they're leaving the Huatli on the board. Excuse me as I sip my coffee. It's early, it's 7 a.m. For whatever reason, I just woke up. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, remove all flood counters. Okay. This is a weird card. So every other turn, they get a boost of mana and an extra card. Not sure how I feel about that one. Alright, let's see if... I should have gotten green. Let's see if this resolves. Cancel. It does this sometimes where... Green, green. Thank you. Cool. So if we run to land here, I think we can just binding this. Moment of Craving, that's fine. I guess we want to draw that next turn. They're still dead on board. They're not getting any bonus off this. They have no flood counters on it. And if they tap out for anything big on their turn, then we have Avatar. Congrats on your flood counter. This is such a classic Magic the Gathering top-down card design. Like they want to simulate like the flooding of the Nile and like the verdant sea that the verdancy that creates, right? And so someone says, like Mark Rosewater says, we got to do something that makes this feel like the Nile, but it obviously isn't flooding all the time, right? It's cyclical. Oh, classic Mark Rosewater. What a gem. Wow, Watley got there. Just generated a dino every turn, like in classic Garrick fashion. Alright, so I need to win 2 games with a green-white deck. And since this deck has red in it, this doesn't count, which is one of the things I hate about this system right now. It's like it's really inflexible. So let's just mulligan this, because I'm never going to build a straight green-white deck. Alright, nice. Less gold, but easier to complete. Alright, big mulligan for sure. Cannot keep only one. I think we have to keep this and pray. We have interaction. I don't want the second magma spray. I want lands and ramp. I always wonder when I pair up against people now, like, if this person is bronze, does it mean they just don't play a lot, or they just got into the beta? Like, what should I expect out of their card pool? Cool. All right. Alright, this one comes to play tap. That's not the take a damage one. So one downside to this is I just don't have a lot of early drops. All my early plays are removal or ramp. So it kind of advantages like these slower opponents. Oh, this again. But it's kind of a decision making, like, it's just when you're building your deck, right? I want to play board sweep, which means I don't want to play a lot of like mid-range 4-drops because they're just going to get swept up in my late game sweep. This is like miserable run out here. So that might be something to think about if I want to keep working on this deck, is cutting some of the top end like this, which might not even be that good, and putting in just like more good mid-range stuff. Oh, Essence Scatter, come on. In your cycling deck. This seems like such a fun card to play with. I don't know how like good it is, but all right, come on. Let's move on to the next and not waste time. We're just so locked out of that game. But we did get one spell cast. This is kind of the downside of, I think, their current system, where you only get something for winning. It's just so inconsequential to concede a game and just say like fuck it, we'll move on to the next one. Like my draw didn't work out, or my opponent's just like destroying me. But you can just tell in that game it was going to take them turns and turns to win. So why play it out? Like, even if maybe I had a 20% chance to win, but like why keep going when I can just move on to the next game? I value my time. Ooh, look at that high roller, rootbound crag. Which one is this? When it attacks. Okay. I can wait a turn to magma spray that. So this is hopefully going to be a game where Hour of Devastation is really good. I do want this. Oh no. Are they going to grow their guy? Oh, shoot. It's bad luck. I'll actually pay one here. Oh, it only gets it. Oh, it's not permanent. Okay, this card's like way more fair than I thought it was. I thought this was like a permanent just. Cool. They're down to 2 cards. So do I want to just flash and Sam it? I think I want to flash and Sam it here, block, and then untap and like play a tally if I draw a land. So, okay, yeah. The safer play might be to Puncturing Blow this, or Hour of Devastation now. Yeah, because of something like that. That's really bad. Like, I actually just threw it out of the game. Yeah. I didn't think that they were going to play Galta on me. Like, make a 12-12 haste is pretty tough. Hour of Devastation doesn't even beat that. Okay. So that was really greedy. But I was thinking, like, what are the odds that they just kill me with 5 mana? And the answer was, you know, even with 2 cards in hand, they had it. That was just a bad misplay. I should have just Hour of Devastation there. Like, I was so far ahead on cards, and I just needed to resolve one of my big spells to get them, probably to put the game away. But I was just thinking along the lines of, like, optimizing my turn. Alright, this is slow, but I'll keep it. Yeah, Galta's such a cool card. I don't want to craft them. I haven't opened them, though. But it seems like it's one of those cards that makes these dinosaur decks with a lot of 3 and 4 drops like really work. It's has such a Hearthstone feel to it. Like, I kind of wonder if they were inspired by the giants in Hearthstone to make a card like that. I really want to draw a basic for this Gift of Paradise. But alas. Samut should be pretty good against these merfolk. as long as they don't get too big. Alright. I think... Do I want to go ahead and binding this now? Before it gets out of control? Yeah. Without any like hard sweep in my hand that I have no way of knowing if I'm going to get more, I need to just get rid of that. Okay, so this lets me do gift this turn and hold up a braid. See if they have... Oh, I wonder why they held back the Silvergill Adept. It must have just been a misclick. I can't imagine there's a reason to hold that back. Oh, really? Just to have that going. Tap 3, draw a card. Alright, so we're gonna binding this. Let them draw once. And that's all the value that they're going to get out of this Kumena. Oh. Oh, they get to draw a bunch, but I'll get to kill that next turn. And we're slowly inching towards the Kama, which is just going to like wipe their board when we play it. Next turn we have Samit flash in. Okay, book for 2, fair enough. Hold this back. Ooh. That's dangerous. Are they gonna go for it here? I can see a world where they go for it here to put damage, like get damage through. 9 damage through. Yeah. But I get to flash. Salmon in. Alright, yeah. I can't make 2. I didn't miss a chance to make 2 blockers, so I have to tap him to untap something. Oh, come on. Oh, rip. That's so brutal. And this doesn't have lifelink. Oh, man. I lost the Tempest Caller. Alright. This might be, I mean, obviously this has been some pretty bad draws with the deck, but it also just could be that I'm missing the cards, or like I've warped the deck too much to play the big stuff. And I should really just be playing a lot more of the 4-drops like that can compete for the board, because those are pretty good too in dinosaurs, right? The blue checked. It's not really a good way to jump around your collection yet that I've figured out. But like, I'm not playing my Regisaur Alpha. I'm not playing. I have 4 of this guy. It seems insane. Raging Swordtooth. So I'm not really playing along that linear of dealing damage to your own creatures. Like, I'm missing the ones that get you land. I'm missing the dinosaurs that let you draw cards off of that damage, which is one of the reasons. But the other is that I just don't want to play these cards into Hour of Devastations. But maybe without 4 Hour of Devastation, it's not worth even building a deck that uses it. And this would be better served as a like cutting Star of Extinction, cutting Hour of Devastation. Let's search really quick. Like, I only have 1 of this. Like, I don't really want to craft. Like, cutting these Zatalpas that are bad. I know Forerunner can do some crazy stuff. Playing Drover. Yeah, but I need to craft those too, and it's uncommon. Maybe I'm just too far away. I have 2 of the basic land getting guy. Yeah, I think I'm too far away from this deck. Like, I think the idea was, it was fun to try, and maybe I should have given it more games. Maybe I will off video, but it just felt like even resolving a big creature wasn't enough the way that people's decks are developed at this point. I mean, I did punt that 1 game, so I could have been 2-2 with this if I hadn't punted that game against the other green deck, but it could have just been bad matchups. Like, when you're playing Magma Sprays or Braids and Struggles, you're hoping to get paired up against a lot of small guys. I guess I did against Merfolk, and I just didn't draw any of that stuff. Well, either way, I don't know. I think I need to wait until a big influx of cards, hopefully this week, to think about crafting this. But anyways, that's it. The video's going to be getting a little long at this point, so I'm going to call it here, and maybe I'll be back to stream later today. If not, definitely over the weekend. Alright, thanks.